Japan started hosting this show. As you all know, we were bringing it back. It's been a minute since we was doing Jazz Cats, but by popular demand, I was trying to find a better host than myself. But as they say in showbiz, the show got to go on. So you guys are stuck with me. But I'm gonna do my best to hold it down from now on, at least until we find a better looking host. Or maybe I might get a co-host. So any of you ladies out there, I'm sorry guys, but I don't roll that way. Any of you ladies out there that want to come and co-host with me, you just have to look pretty and know about jazz. That's it. So give me a call, and I'm open to everybody. But right now, I'm gonna do my best to hold it down and bring you the best jazz artists from around the world. Literally today, I got a good one for you. Today, all the way from Santiago, Cuba, or Cuba. Should I say it like that? Cuba. All right, cool. So I'm working on my Spanish, everybody. To all my Latinas out there. I'm trying. But anyway, so we got in the house with us tonight on Jazz Cats. We got Eduardo Carlos Benguez Ayade.
Yeah.
There we go. I gave it my best shot. So from Santiago de Cuba, and born on March the 14th, 1992. So,
Right.
we go Eva. We got Eva Torres. All you Detroiters, you know who this is. This is the lady that runs District Six
That's right.
in Detroit, Southwest Detroit. So this you talk about yourself better than I can. So go ahead, tell them who you are first.
I mean, it's not a whole lot to tell, Roger, you know. Eva Torres, District 6 Manager with the Department of Neighborhood Mayor's Office, and I'm just here as a translator today. I'm off duty right now.
Okay,
Roger.
she's off duty.
Yes.
I'll plug away. Everybody, we got some new stuff going on down in Southwest Detroit. I don't call it Mexican Town. I call it Southwest Detroit,
Southwest, that's
and that's
right.
it for
That's
me.
right,
I'm
that's
old
right.
school. So everybody who knows Southwest Detroit, we don't have to tell them Mexican Town. We know that's where all our Latin brothers and sisters are. It's the new people who want to rename everything Midtown, this, that, and the other thing. So cool with that, but it's Southwest to me. But Eva's here translating today and enjoying the show. But Eduardo, so she's gonna translate. If I mess everything up, don't be mad at me, all my Latin friends. I'm trying. So welcome to the
Thank
show,
you.
man. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
And we're gonna get right into it. So first of all, I had some time to talk to you out there, and I know you're a serious musician. This guy is so serious, everybody, he can play. So he won a Latin Grammy with
Yeah.
Jose Feliciano, a legend, a legendary musician for all phases of music: jazz, pop, country, Latin music.
Yeah.
So Jose is the real deal.
Yeah.
So if he puts you on and you won the Grammy with him, you all right in my book.
Thank you.
So, and I didn't even hear him play yet, but he got a Latin Grammy, and that's really the same. That's from the same people who give out the Grammys. Period. That's just means that culture. He did it big in that culture. So don't. It's not a discount Grammy. It's a real Grammy. Everybody. So don't sleep on it. Give him his props.
That's right.
Thank you.
So tell me about that experience, man, and then we gonna get into your childhood and all that. But I want to get right to the juicy part. Tell me about the Grammy.
La experiencia, que le explique la experiencia que tuviste haciendo el Grammy.
Bueno, yo tenía 18 años
He was 18 years old
cuando me llamaron el Septeto Santiago para participar en el disco No Quiero Llanto.
So he was asked to be a part of this album called No Quiero Llanto, which means I don't want any tears.
Okay.
Y yo estaba estudiando, estaba en el tercer año del Conservatorio Esteban Sala en la escuela.
So he was in school in his third year of high school.
Yeah, y me llaman y me dicen, oh, ¿quieres grabar con el Septeto Santiago? Digo, wow.
Yes.
Sí, para que acompañe al maestro Cheo Feliciano.
So a simple phone call, and they just asked him if he wanted to be a part and to play next to Cheo Feliciano.
Okay. So
Yeah, y me quedé en shock.
He said he was in shock.
okay.
Y, pero gracias a Dios salió el disco y ganamos ese año el Grammy.
Says thank God that the album came out and they won the Grammy that year.
Okay, so now I'm gonna assume this part. You must have already been like your name had to be ringing. You had to really be playing good for to get on Jose's radar for him to want you to be on his record, right? So you had to be doing big things already. So what? I know it says that you started playing in elementary school, like in the 3rd or 4th grade, right? So what? Talk to us about when you got started into jazz or music and what led up to Jose calling you up.
So él dice que claro que se ve que tenía que estar haciendo cosas grandes, enormes, que ya las personas te conocían del talento que tenía, que por esa razón estuviste en el radar de Cheo Feliciano para él poder llamarte. Entonces,
sí, porque años antes hay un festival en Cuba que se hace internacional que se llama el Joyas, es el Festival de Jóvenes Jazzistas, y ahí yo participé y gané el primer lugar como interpretando como instrumentista solista.
so to go back to what you were saying about him having the experience, he said that he was a part of a local festival where people would come out and show their talent, and so he was a part of that. Y te ganaste un premio ahí.
Sí, el primer lugar, sí.
So he won first place
Okay.
there. And so that's
eso
how.
fue lo que dio paso a que me llamaron para grabar.
And he says, and that is one of the reasons why he was called to be a part of Cheo Feliciano's.
Okay, and I'm
team.
gonna circle back to that festival and the opportunities, but so because that's something dear to me, and that's why we need different types of showcases to cultivate young people's talent and things like that, because it can lead to Grammys and things like that. So I'm gonna come back to that. The need that we need support, especially from corporate leaders and patrons. But I learned in talking to you before we came in that your father is a musician.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he influenced you. You play the same instrument he plays. So is that who started you and taught you at first?
¿Qué parte tomó tu papá en tu talento? Si él fue parte de la
Seguro.
razón de la cual, si él te enseñó.
Seguro, sí.
Explica un poquito de cómo fue tu papá.
Bueno, yo empecé con 9 años, 10 años creo que recuerdo. Empecé en la EVA, en la Escuela Vocacional de Arte, tocando piano.
So he started
como
around the
instrumentista.
9th or 10th grade playing piano.
Pero a mí yo siempre veía de pequeño a mi papá practicando en la casa.
So he would see his father constantly practicing at home.
Y me llamó mucho la atención y dije,
Called
ese es el
his
instrumento
attention.
que yo amo y que quiero.
It called his attention, and he said that was the instrument that he wanted to play,
The trumpet.
Yeah.
the trumpet.
Okay. And was that because it was cooler than the piano? It was louder? Like what made you want trumpet more than piano?
Sí, ¿por qué decidiste tocar la trompeta más que el piano o ya estabas tocando piano? ¿Qué fue
Sí,
lo que te
porque
llamó mucho la atención?
En la trompeta, el sonido
The
de la trompeta.
sound of the trumpet.
Pero en la escuela nosotros, como quiera que sea, nos dan piano complementario. Es decir, no es la carrera de nosotros, pero es como decir la Biblia de la música.
So
El piano.
in school in Cuba, it is customary for them to show you how to play the piano from the very beginning.
Oh, okay. So I see that you went to a music conservatory in Cuba. I don't know, Esteban Salas.
Sala, Conservatorio Esteban. Sí.
Okay, so tell us about that experience. Was
Esa
that
experiencia, que le explique cómo fue.
No, fue muy bonito
Very nice. Very nice
porque hacemos un pase de nivel. Es decir, venimos de la primaria, tercero, cuarto, quinto, sexto. Y ya el conservatorio Esteban Sala ya es como decir 10º grado.
Okay.
En la
So
música.
when you get there, you're sort of at the 10th level of music once you get there.
okay?
Entré y ya se veía el nivel superior.
So
de
it's a
la otra.
superior level already once you arrive there.
Okay.
And so his level of music, of course, got
Y eso
better
lo que me
there.
hizo me motivó mucho más. Y mi papá cuando iba a visita a Cuba me llevaba muchos discos de de grandes trompetistas como Dizzy Gillespie, Clifford Brown, Mark Davis, Freddie Howard, que fueron las inspiración mía que yo desde muy pequeño lo escuchaba.
See, I made out Freddie Hubbard,
Yeah.
Miles Davis,
Yes.
and Clifford Brown.
Yeah, so those were his inspirations. So they would bring records to Cuba, and he would listen to them, and that is what sort of cultivated that.
I was
that
going
sound
I
for
was going
music.
to ask who inspired you, but you just told me. So only thing I know about Cuba is what propaganda, whatever I see, right? So tell us what Cuba is really like for musicians and artists.
Que le expliquen en realidad cómo es Cuba cuando tiene que ver con la música, con los artistas. ¿Cómo es?
Muy innovador. Cuba es bastante innovadora.
It's
Ahora-
innovating, very, very much so.
Nosotros empezamos con el son, lo que era la música de nosotros, el son tradicional, y ya ha evolucionado tanto ritmo que ya ahora está la timba, que es la fusión del funk, la música americana con la salsa y la rumba de Cuba.
So, interesante. This is very interesting. He says that you know it starts out with your cultural music, right?
Okay.
And then he said it has turned into this evolution of now they're doing the funk mixed with then our culture, his cultural music, and it's just this mesh of music. But they do provide a lot of support for the music industry.
That's what I wanted to know. Like, it's not repressed or you're not restricted. Like, where, other than the albums that somebody bought over to you, were you free to like listen? How did you get music? Was you listening on the radio, internet? Like what?
Dice que si la música, si es permitido oír música de diferentes sitios, ¿dónde es que tú has podido oír la música cuando estuviste en Cuba? Si es libertad, si te dan la libertad para hacer
Sí,
la música que
hace
deseas.
unos años atrás, no. En los años 70, 80 te
70s and
escuchaban,
80s.
te escuchaban en una emisora escuchando jazz y te metían preso.
So in the
Literal.
70s or 80s, he says literally, if you were heard listening to jazz on the radio or anywhere, you could go to jail.
Okay, but it's better now.
Pero no, ahora sí hay
No,
más,
it's fine.
está más abierto el internet.
They're more open. They have internet now, so more liberty.
Sí, no tan abierto, un poco restringido,
Not as
pero se ve ya un poquito más la evolución
yeah, the
hace falta
evolution
que
is a little bit
evolucione más,
more.
evolucione más.
However, it's still somewhat restricted, but still the opportunity to listen to jazz now.
Okay.
And different types of music.
How popular is jazz now in Cuba, and is it with old people or are the young people into it?
¿Qué tan popular es el jazz en Cuba? Que si es más para la gente adulta, los viejitos, los ancianos, lo que sea, o la
No,
juventud.
el jazz, el festival de jazz en Cuba, el jazz en Cuba en sí, el jazz, tiene buena demanda actualmente.
It's in great demand.
Los jóvenes queremos,
Young
hay muchos
people.
jóvenes jazzistas allá.
Young
buenos
people
también.
are very much so into jazz in Cuba. Y hay
Okay.
festival de jazz.
Sí,
Festivals of
Está el
jazz, they have
festi-
those as well.
está el Joyaz, Festival Joyaz y el Jazz Plaza.
Now,
Jazz Plaza.
I want his opinion. Here in the United States, it's hard to get younger people, let's say 18 to 30, it's hard to get them. They see jazz and blues as old people's music. What is his advice how to attract young people to appreciate jazz?
So, aquí en los Estados Unidos, casi siempre es conocido que el jazz, y lo ven así los jóvenes, que el jazz es para la gente ya mayor, ¿verdad? Entonces él dice, ¿qué es lo que puedes decir que pueda atraer a los jóvenes hacia el jazz de los 18 años a, vamos a decir, los 30?
Mezclarlo con nuevos sonidos modernos.
Mix it with new music.
Un ejemplo, el trap.
With trap.
Okay.
Tratar de mezclarlo con el sonido nuevo.
New sounds. So if you attract
Y
the youth
ser
with
ser
new
atrevido,
sounds.
ser atrevido a la hora de de crear.
And
A
don't
la
be
hora de
afraid
compos-
to
de
mix
componer.
it, to compose it in a different manner.
Okay.
Sí, porque a lo mejor lo que le cansa es la, la monotonía, lo mismo.
Yeah, he
Lo
says
están
sometimes
buscando
jazz can
alguna
be,
evolución.
you know, sort of flat, and so if you bring new sounds to it, then that would, you know, change
Okay.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick station ID. So everybody, you're watching, listening to Jazz Cats with your host Roger Penzabene, and we have Eduardo Carlos Benguez Ayade.
Oh, there you go.
I got it.
Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You're getting your Spanish on.
Yeah,
Very good.
thank everybody for watching. Like, follow, share, tune in, subscribe. Give us some shouts out. You can call in if you like. The number is 313-355-6018. If you have any questions, you got any comments you want to make, call us. Feel free. And just keep on enjoying the show. And I want to remind everybody, we have our WJZZ Legacy Jazz Concert Series at the St. Regis Hotel tomorrow, Faye Bradford. So concert doors open at 7 o'clock. The show starts about 7:30. I think it's still a few tickets on Eventbrite. You can go to eventbrite.com. And Faye Bradford is doing a tribute to Nina Simone. And it's going to be a great show. And Eduardo will be in the house if you want to come and meet him and take a picture with him. And maybe even he might play a little bit for us. So just be there. And I look for you there. And if you come tomorrow, remind us that you found out about it tonight listening to the show. So, and if you're in Cuba, you know somebody in Cuba, tell them to tune in right now and watch it. One of their native sons is on right now representing. So, back to the show. So, I like how you advise to mix up the music, make it more attractive. Are you working on any new projects? Anything you got going on? What's your sound? What is your sound?
Dice que le gustó de la manera que le dijiste que para atraer a nuevas personas al jazz, que lo mezclara con diferentes sonidos. Pero él dice que si hay algo que tú estás haciendo en estos momentos con la música.
Sí, casualmente sí, estoy haciendo lo que le dije, la salsa, hacer mezclar el jazz con la salsa también.
So what he's planning on doing right now, he's working on new music and he's trying to mix jazz with salsa music.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's what you're talking about.
Mixing
Mixing
it,
it up.
fresh and new.
So the traditional salsa for the old timers and the young. But that's how you're going to introduce them to jazz is through salsa.
Sí, él dice que así es que lo vas a introducir a las personas al jazz con la salsa.
Sí, para mezclar las dos culturas, la cultura latina y la de aquí, la americana.
Yeah, so it's to mesh. You want the Hispanic culture and then the American jazz culture to mix and become one.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So what is going to be, what's different in your sound from the Cuban rhythms that's the traditional sound versus like where he's going with it? How is he gonna, what is his sound that differs from the
¿Cuál
traditional?
es la diferencia de lo que es la música afro-hispana o cultural de Cuba a lo que estás tratando de hacer ahora?
Bueno, la diferencia, lo que quiero tratar es de mezclar más músicos, más ritmos como de República Dominicana. Y hacerle como frase de jazz, pero modelizarlo con el sonido que la gente pueda bailarlo también.
So what he's trying to do is sort of fuse the jazz, not just with the salsa, but some of the rhythms from the Dominican Republic
Okay.
that are very danceable. It's a type of music that makes you want to move.
Okay. Is reggaeton popular in Cuba with jazz and stuff? That's what you okay. See, I know a little something. So you had mentioned that Cuba, they crave jazz in Cuba. How, if I want to promote a concert there, is it fairly easy to do, or Is it a lot of politics involved? How can a American promoter do a show in Cuba?
Dice que si él quisiera ir a Cuba a promover un show de jazz, ¿se le haría difícil o cómo se hace? ¿Cuál es el proceso si lo conoce?
Bueno, el proceso yo no lo conozco. No lo podría decir, pero sí tendría que comunicarse con la autoridad de Cuba porque el gobierno de Cuba es que lo controla casi todo.
So he says everything, of course, is controlled by the government in Cuba. So he says he doesn't really know the process, but it's something that you would definitely have to go through the government.
Okay, is Roku TV available there? Like if we do a concert, are they able to get pay-per-view or watch a concert there?
Que sea es Roku, la televisión Roku, que es un canal como por el
No.
internet que
No.
tienes que pagar para. They don't have that there.
So there's no way to watch American programming?
Puedes ver programas aquí.
Sí, por YouTube.
Ajá, por YouTube.
Oh, so they can watch live
En
on
las redes,
YouTube.
sí, internet.
So if we
Yeah.
do, so tomorrow night, if you play, they can see you live in Cuba?
So, si mañana, por ejemplo, estás tocando y lo ponen en las redes, podrán
Sí.
verte.
Sí, y varios amigos de amistades que tengo en Europa. Casi todos los amigos míos, ninguno viven en Cuba. Casi todos están en Europa,
Ajá.
están en Latinoamérica.
So he
Pero
says
muy
yes, they
pocos.
can. However, he says most of his friends and family are in Europe at the moment.
Okay.
But yes, they would be able to see it.
Okay, and I'm just trying to learn, like, how would we, if we want to introduce jazz or something, how do we market, how do we promote it in Cuba? Like, what is is everything through the government, or do they have radio stations or anything?
So él dice, ¿cómo es que lo que quiere averiguar es cómo se promueve la música en Cuba? Que si todo está controlado, el radio, la televisión,
Yeah.
el internet por el gobierno. Everything is
Yeah, sí.
controlled by the government. So all radio stations, all television stations, internet as well.
So they control the internet too?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's okay. I didn't know that. I was just getting ready to ask, can they listen to WJZZ through the internet? But only.
¿Podrían ellos escuchar esta estación de
Sí.
radio? He says
Sí,
that yes,
sí,
they
sí.
could, however, listen to this there in Cuba.
Y ahora mismo lo están viendo.
Oh, they're seeing him as we speak now.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So, have you and your dad ever did a professional gig together, or are you working with musicians here to do things?
So, ¿has alguna vez tocado con tu papá? ¿Han hecho alguna música juntos?
Sí, cuando al principio de llegar sí tocamos juntos en un grupo de salsa.
When
Se
they
llama-
first arrived here, he played with his father in a salsa group.
Se llamaba La 313, pero
It's called the 313.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
For 313 for Detroit.
yeah.
Okay, cool. That's cool. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
rep the city. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, are you working with musicians here now, or are you trying to put a band together, or?
Que si tienes algunos, estás tocando con algunos músicas aquí o estás tratando de buscar unos músicos para entonces ser parte de ese combo.
Sí, estoy tocando con un grupo, pero lo que más quisiera sí era que me ayudaran a promover, a buscar sí, algún músico para el combo de nosotros.
Ujú.
Pero sí estoy tocando con el cuarteto que le enseñé ahorita.
Yeah, so the
me
group
invitan
of
a veces.
individuals that he'll be playing with on Friday is who have invited him, but he is working to sort of find a place, find a group home, so to speak,
Okay.
to be a part of. He does have managers that he's working that are helping him through the process. Los managers suyos son Johnny Peña
Johnny Peña y Héctor Montijo,
y
que
Hector
es
Montijo,
compositor,
who's
escritor.
composing and writing for him as well. So he has the two gentlemen that he arrived with are working with him.
Okay, and I see on here you played with a few orchestras, Latin orchestras. Name some of the people other than Jose who you played with. You know,
algunos nombres de orquestas que has tocado con ellos, algunos grandes nombres, compositores o
Sí.
alguien más que le dé su...
Toqué con Giraldo Piloto. He
Giraldo Piloto.
tocado con Pupi los que son, que es una orquesta muy famosa en Cuba, en La Habana.
Super famous group called, ¿cómo que se llama?
Pupi los que son.
Pupi lo que son.
Música de salsa.
Salsa group in Cuba.
Salsa o timba.
Okay.
Very, very well known in Cuba.
Okay.
Toqué con Pancho Céspedes también, con Francisco Céspedes, cantautor cubano, baladista Pancho Céspedes.
Césped.
So and I just had to ask. I know this is gonna be a common question. People gonna ask you when you do radio shows and stuff here. Who do you like now in music? Like who do you want to work with in any genre, jazz, hip hop, whatever? Who do you want to work with?
¿Quién te gusta en la música en estos momentos y puede ser de cualquier género? ¿Quién te gustaría, con quién te gustaría tocar?
Wow. Bueno, me gustaría mucho tocar con uno de mis trompetistas favoritos. En este momento se llama Ambrose Cumberland.
Famous trumpeter Ambrose.
Ambrose.
Yeah, put me
so
up on it. I don't even know who
Yeah.
that is. So you gotta put me up
Jazz?
on it.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
jazz
Jazz
trumpeter as well.
contemporáneo.
Okay,
Contemporary jazz.
Okay, I'm gonna get the information from you.
All
But
right.
any like I want to know how I can, how you and I can like get closer. But who do you want to meet? Who do you want to like? What's your vision? What's your
¿Cuál
plan?
es tu visión, tu plan? ¿Quién piensa en grande? ¿Con quién te gustaría tocar o conocer en cualquier género? Si pudiera tener esa oportunidad ahora mismo.
Bueno, son muchas personas, pero
He says there's a lot.
Yeah. And we got a phone.
Herbie Hancock sería
So we have a
Ugh,
phone call
un
coming
sueño.
in.
Tiene una llamada.
Hello, caller. Caller, hello.
This is the Motor City Rock Star. This
Okay.
is the Motor City Rock Star, and I'm enjoying the show. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hey, listen, I'm enjoying the show, man, and I'm glad he's here in our country, and I'm really looking forward to maybe getting a chance to hear his music or seeing what he does one day. And if there's anybody that he needs to work with, he needs a harmonica player in his life.
Que si necesitas alguien que toque la armónica.
ok.
So
Sí,
this,
me puedo contar, sí.
yeah. So that's Motor City Rockstar, right? He's a blues guy.
Okay.
But so you want to sit in and hang out with some blues guys
Okay.
and play?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, Rockstar. So
All right.
I'll plug him in with you, okay?
Definitely, man. Looking forward to the rest of the show, man. And again, looking forward to seeing him somewhere along the way.
Is it a jam going on anywhere tomorrow? I know it's Bert's,
jams,
right?
Several jams. Yes, several jams going on tomorrow down at Club Celebrity, the new Club Celebrity, and right down the street at the Raven Lounge tomorrow night after the show.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. Thanks for calling, man.
All right. So, absolutely. Have a great show.
All right. So
Okay, cool.
You got invited to an open mic jam down the street. It's the oldest blues club in Michigan.
So te han invitado mañana, después que termines con él en el show que él va a tener, a tocar también mañana, a micrófono abierto, en uno de los clubs de blues más viejos que hay aquí en Michigan.
Yeah.
Gracias, la bendición.
Yeah, and also downtown at Bert's in Eastern Market, it's a jazz open mic, and that'll be going on late. So after he leaves the hotel, he can go over to Bert's, or either way. So
También hay otro sitio
Sí.
no muy lejos de donde él van a estar mañana por la noche también, que también puede, si desea, también
Ok,
tocar
sí, sí.
micrófono
Me
abierto.
gusta interactuar con el pueblo de aquí, con los músicos de aquí que son buenísimos. He escuchado mucho y quiero aprender también de ellos.
He says he's heard a
Y
lot about the
nutrirme más.
musicians. He's studied the musicians here in Detroit, the jazz movement, and he says he wants to learn from them. He wants to be a part of whatever they're a part of, get to know them, and so they can get to know him as well.
I'll do whatever I can to help out, man.
Yeah.
And I need your help to connect with somebody in Cuba that I could give music to, or maybe they could be a DJ on the station.Maybe you can. If you want to be a DJ and do jazz music.
Él dice que él necesita a alguien, tal vez de Cuba, que si quiere ser DJ en el radio con
Okay.
él, o que lo ayudes a que él pueda llevar el jazz de aquí a conocerlo
And
allá.
I'll let you play whatever you want.
Okay,
And you get
sería buenísimo.
Yeah, and so,
Buenísimo,
yeah,
claro
we'll
que sí.
talk. We'll talk
Claro
about
que
it.
sí, estamos, ya eso ya es un compromiso.
Yeah, he says he promises that you guys will work together at some point.
So I want to just like get into just your life in general. Like, tell us what kind of guy you are. What's your vibe? What do you like to do? Just tell us more about you.
Dice que hable generalmente de ti, qué te gusta, qué clase de persona eres, cuáles son sus hobbies, cosas así.
Bueno, a mí me gusta, lo más que me gusta de una persona es la lealtad.
He says the
encanta.
most important thing for him is that a person be loyal.
Me gusta cocinar.
He likes to cook.
Okay.
En mi tiempo libre, mi hobby, me gusta cocinar.
And
me
his
gusta.
time off, his hobby is to be able to be in the kitchen and cook.
Oh, okay.
Me gusta también, soy una persona que soy muy tímido y reservado al mismo tiempo.
He's very reserved and he's a bit timid as well.
Okay.
Sí, pero siempre teniendo el corazón en paz y tratando de hacer el bien.
He says he always
Okay.
wants to do good. He feels a clean heart. And so that's what he, nice peace is what he likes.
Okay. So what have you been? What is it about Detroit that you like other than jazz, or like what keeps you
Aparte
here?
del jazz, ¿qué es lo que te gusta de Detroit? ¿Qué es lo que te ha mantenido aquí por estos meses?
Bueno, tú sabes que como decimos los latinos, la curiosidad mató al gato.
Curiosity killed the cat. So
Y en Cuba no hay invierno, nunca he visto una
there's
nieve,
no
nunca.
winter, there's no snow.
Y me gustó mucho eso, aunque muy fuerte para mí,
He
pero
said
me
that's
gustó
what
verla.
he loved to come and see what the winters were like. He said at first, yes, it was. It took him, quite by surprise, and he was a little shocked. He said, but he enjoyed it.
Okay.
La naturaleza, me gusta
He
la
likes
naturaleza.
nature.
Hay animales, por ejemplo, la ardilla y esas cosas en Cuba no hay.
There's no squirrels in
No.
Cuba, so he was
Wow.
quite
no,
fascinated
no
by
es
the
visible
squirrels.
así en la ciudad
You
como
know
aquí.
what? I
Yeah.
never thought of that.
Yeah.
There's no squirrels in Cuba. Okay.
Yeah, so he says that you don't see as many animals running around as you do here in the city.
Oh, okay. So big shouts out to the squirrels.
Yeah.
I've been taking squirrels for granted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take another station ID real quick. So everybody, you're watching WJZZ Cool TV with Jazz Katz, and we're back, and we're bringing you the best interviews out of jazz culture. So stay tuned, like us, follow us, share, subscribe. You know the drill. And give us your comments. We want to thank our caller, Motor City Rockstar, for calling in. But hey, anywhere in the world, you could call in, and I don't know, do I need to put a WhatsApp number or something so they can call me from Cuba or whatever? But that's something we'll work on. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We love you. We need your support. And I welcome you all. And if you're an artist out there and you want to be interviewed for this show or any of our other shows, or if you want to just host your own show, give us a call. And get your tickets for WJZZ Legacy Jazz Series every second and fourth Thursday at the Hotel St. Regis in Detroit on West Grand Boulevard. We got a fabulous show for you tomorrow night. It's going to be Faye Bradford doing a tribute to Nina Simone. Tickets only $15. There's still a few left on eventbrite.com. Check them out. Hope to see you tomorrow night. And right now, we got Eduardo Carlos Benguez Ayate from Santiago, Cuba. He's a Grammy winner, jazz artist. He plays a trumpet, and he's here telling us about his musical life and his life in general. So he's going to be at MGM Friday, right?
Yeah.
He's going.
MGM, Or Motor City?
Motor City.
Motor City. I'm
Sorry.
sorry, everybody.
Motor City
He's
on
going to be
Friday.
at Motor City Casino Friday night, 8 p.m. Right?
Yes.
8 p.m.
Yes.
8 p.m. So you can check him out. He's going to be there with some other musicians. He was invited to sit in with them and just start looking for him around town at the open mics and stuff like that. And so we want to support him and give him love. And all the artists from all around the world, we want them all coming to Detroit and get everybody here. So give him some love when you see him and let him know that you checked him out here on Jazz Cats. So why jazz? Why not hip hop? Why not classical? Why jazz?
¿Por qué el jazz? ¿Por qué no hip hop? ¿Por qué no algo clásico? Salsa. ¿Por qué el jazz?
Bueno, es que de la primera vez que yo escuché ese género, que mi padre me lo llevó, yo estaba muy joven, muy niño. Y de la primera vez que escuché ese género me enamoré. Es como si el alma mía se identificó con ese sonido.
He says from the very moment that he heard it, and he was just a kid when he heard jazz for the very first time, he fell in love with it. He says it's as if his soul and jazz were connected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm just wow. I'm always fascinated to hear. I was born into a musical family too, like you, and I didn't appreciate it at first. So it's fascinating to me when there's other people that like it caught hold right there.
Absolutely.
It took me all the way to be in my 40s before I
Yeah.
started appreciating it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So
Yeah.
I salute you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what I'm just trying to make sure that I ask all the questions that the people want to know. Because my questions I gotta like think of the audience
Está
too.
pensando en todas las preguntas que la gente tal vez quieren preguntarte. Las respuestas.
Yeah, because we'll be stuck just what I want to know, but I'm gonna ask what the people.
Sin problema, que no hay problema, cualquier pregunta.
Whatever question you have for him is
Okay.
fine.
So are you a different guy when you're doing your music, or you always the same, or does the music help you to express yourself in a different way than in your day-to-day life?
Dice él que si eres la misma persona cuando estás tocando música que cuando no lo estás tocando, o es una manera de expresarse. ¿Qué es lo que cuando estás tocando la música, qué cambio tienes?
Sí, bueno, cuando yo digo que lo primero de uno es ser humano, un buen ser humano, porque hay muchas artistas que llegan a la fama y ya le entra el ego ese que es normal para muchos, pero no se ve bueno, no se ve bien.
He says what he wants to make sure is that he remains humble. He doesn't want to be a big artist that lets their ego take control of them. So he says that's the first thing.
Sí, y lo que yo quisiera es ayudar a los nuevos niños, a los niños que a lo mejor la cultura que está escuchando es rap, que la cultura muchas veces el mensaje no es bueno.
So he says that he wants to be able to help the new generation listen to other types of music, such as jazz, because sometimes what they're listening to now, the lyrics or the message is not a positive one.
Yeah, you mean like the violence and the criminal stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you want more positive, more...
Sí, es como sembrar esa semilla de amor en ellos.
he's just like planting
arte-
that
el arte lo
seed
puede
of
hacer.
art and love in an individual.
Okay, so and I respect that, but help us to know why that's so important to you.
Pero él dice, pero él quiere saber el por qué eso es tan importante para ti.
Porque es un sueño que siempre he tenido yo, ayudar a la nueva generación a llevarlo por un camino bonito, ¿sabes? Por el camino del arte, el camino de la música, que lo pueda alejar un poco de la calle, lo que es el ambiente, tú sabes, la fundamenta, lo que se ve en el ambiente, y el muchacho a veces no piensa lo que...
He says it's just so important for him to be able to bring some positive energy to an individual, especially a young person, because sometimes, they're not paying attention to, the dangers of life, and he just feels that this type of music and music in general, but when it's on a positive note, will again plant that seed in them.
I commend you for being a peer to want to be positive, to encourage young people to be positive. But we're getting short on time. I want you to play. So play something.
So if I can just for just a moment before he plays, I want to be able to give out a telephone number in case they want to be able to communicate with them, right? And so
Here's your camera.
Here's my camera. The executive producer for this wonderful jazz musician that's going to be one of the top in Detroit soon, right? Is Johnny Pena. His number is 313-312-7699. Again, it's 313-312-7699. And then we also want to give a shout out to Hector Montijo, who is the one who is helping him write some new music. And so we're super excited to be a part of, this culture. We want to bring this Caribbean sound. Roger, you know how important it is for me. We've had this conversation. Let's bring the Latin jazz, the Latin sounds, what it is, that Caribbean flavor, right? That's what we want here. Not just in Southwest Detroit, Roger, because we've got plans
all over the world.
All over the world,
all
right?
over the world.
And this gentleman here is going to help us all get there,
Well,
right?
go ahead, give it.
So, so there you go.
But while he's setting up, I want to echo what Eva is saying. I personally, I don't want to keep it just only in Southwest. I am trying to plant a flag in Southwest. So that's my personal goal. But a bigger picture is I want the whole world to get back turned on to jazz. I want jazz artists to make the same type of money and have the same type of opportunities that the hip hop people.
Absolutely.
Because it was a time when the whole world shunned hip hop.
Yeah.
And hip hop started out as positive.
Absolutely.
And telling the truth about conditions, and it was
Yes.
geopolitical, and it just transitioned to the destructive part because people could make money off of it. So I'm with Eduardo about being more positive.
Absolutely.
But it's like get in where you fit in,
Right.
but everything doesn't have to
But
be
jazz has
one
been
way.
very consistent.
Yeah, jazz is about artistry
forever.
and being positive for the most part and expressing yourself through the music. Even when you're angry or when you're revolutionary or
Yes.
whatever, they did it through music. And that's how I like it. That's how it should be. But give us some of that right now. So you got the mic. Go ahead.
Cualquier cosa.
Cualquier cosa dices.
name of that?
¿Cómo se llama eso?
Bueno, lo toqué ahora mismo.
He said he just.
Oh, you
went
just
al- he
freestyle?
just
Yeah,
freestyle.
yeah.
went
Okay,
al-
okay,
went
good.
along
There
with
you
the
go.
flow.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
improv. That's real jazz.
Yeah,
You
there
just
you go.
improv. So man, I heard you do that little run. It takes a lot of wind to do that. So
Yeah.
Toma mucho viento para poder hacer alguna de esas ritmos que tocaste.
Sí, sí, mucho ejercicio de respiración.
He does a lot of exercising, respiratory exercises.
and I'm gonna tell you this name so you can be trying to track him down until Alan Denard. Alan Denard is a young your peer
Alan Denard.
trumpet player
Ajá.
around Detroit,
Es un
but
trompetista
he's
joven que está
doing
en
it
esta
big.
área.
He's on the come
Sí.
up.
Oh,
So you
me
gotta
encantaría
get
Que se
conocerlo,
está
sí.
moviendo, sí.
yeah, you gotta get with Alan
Oh, okay.
and
Me encantaría
yeah,
sí conocerlo.
and Trinino Lowe.
Okay.
He's in and out of town, but those are two young trumpet players. You should meet them and know them.
Ahora que están llegando, elevándose en
And
el jazz en esta área.
Alan, Trinino, if you all are listening, holler at me so I can plug you in with Eduardo and you guys can vibe. So we got a couple of minutes. We got like 3 minutes. What do you have the floor? What do you want to say? What do you want to talk about?
En 3 minutos puedes decir lo que desees, si quieres mandarle un mensaje a cualquier persona. lo
Bueno,
que
quiero
desees.
mandarle un mensaje a mi mamá en Cuba,
Wants to say hi
que
to
me
his
está
mom.
viendo, a mi familia en Cuba, a mi esposa, si me está viendo también, que Dios me la bendiga. Quiero saludar también a mi representante y a mi representante Johnny Peña y a mi amigo que me ayuda en la composición, a Héctor Montijo, por esta bendición tan bonita y quisiera también mandarle un beso a mi papá, si me está viendo, y muchas cosas lindas para el pueblo de Detroit.
So he shouted out all his family and his friends, and he said he's very thankful for this blessing.
Okay, so we got about 5 minutes left, man. So now I want to kind of, I'm trying to make sure I answer all the questions, man. We know how to contact you. If the ladies want to contact you, they know how to find you. Are you able to get around to all these jams, or do you need some transportation?
Dice que
Would
si
you-
puedes llegar a todos los diferentes eventos, porque pronto te van a estar llamando y vas a tener que ir de sitio en sitio, si vas a poder llegar a todos esos sitios si te llaman.
Sí, haré todo lo posible por
He
hacer.
says absolutely
Mucha
he'll do
mucha
everything he
disciplina.
can. Lots of discipline, but he also has, you know, his managers that also help him get from point A to point B.
And what is it? What's on the horizon? Like what is the in the immediate future? What's the plan? What is he
¿Cuál
trying to
es su
do?
plan inmediato?
Music wise.
Música, que tiene que ver con la
Yo
música.
quisiera grabar un demo
He wants to do a demo,
de música fusión,
fusion music.
la música americana con la latina.
American with Latin music. He wants to be able to record a demo.
Okay. And is he planning on staying here, or
¿Te
does
vas
he
a
have to
quedar
go
aquí en los
back?
Estados
Sí.
Unidos? He's staying here.
Okay, he's
Definitivamente.
staying here.
Definitely, he says.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well,
Now his wife. Let me just say this. I have
Okay.
to give a plug to his wife.
oh, I didn't know. No
Because-
ladies, don't
Yeah,
call
no ladies,
it.
no
Wait,
ladies.
I thought he was single. My fault. No.
No. And,
Don't
and
be
so
mad,
she
wife.
is also a musician, ¿verdad? Su esposa también
Sí,
es
es músico.
música.
Es músico. Sí.
Ajá. So his wife is also a musician.
Graduada de la universidad de Lisa.
Graduated in music as well.
Okay, and she sings, right?
¿Qué hace? ¿Ella canta
Ella toca guitarra.
Oh, she's a guitarist.
Is she gonna come tomorrow?
No, she's in Cuba still.
Oh, okay.
No, pero con la bendición de Dios esperamos que pronto.
But he says with God's help, she'll be here soon to join him.
Okay, cool. So let's see how much time. Oh, that's it. We out of time. So, hey, thank you.
Muchas gracias por la invitación.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
This is just the first time. We're going to come back. I'm going to look forward to seeing you tomorrow. So, everybody, if you enjoyed this interview, look up Eduardo. Call. He left his contacts with his management. If you want to jam with him and you can't find him, call me. call the station and show him the love. That's all I want to say. And let's help him get his wife over here so we can enjoy her
That's
music
right.
too.
Absolutely.
But, hey, thank you for watching. I appreciate you with all my heart. You support the station. Thank you so much. Like, follow, share, subscribe.
Please.
Share this program. And just keep on hanging out with us. Send me your suggestions of who you want to see, what you want to hear, and I'll be glad to do it for you. So I'm gonna say good night to everybody. Hope I see you tomorrow at the concert. Thank you, Eva.
Thank you,
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you, Eduardo.
Thank you.
And good night, everybody. We'll see you
Okay.
next time. I think we're good. So yeah.
Thank you, Roger.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you. So I got a lot of people to introduce you to, man.
Love it.